Welcome to another school year. My name is Mr. Volkman. The purpose of this flipped video is to introduce you to how I run the flipped classroom in my class. Furthermore, in this video, I'm going to show what a flipped video looks like from Mr. Volkman. I'm going to explain why I actually run a flipped classroom. And finally, I'm going to give parents, guardians, and you, the student, a glimpse into what you or the students will see and do during a flipped video. So what does a flipped lesson or flipped video look like? Well, the first thing you'll notice on this slide is that the most important points are bulleted. Things that I want students to really understand and learn, I put in bulleted form. The next thing you'll notice is that there are going to be pictures to illustrate those important points. Now, I will not have a picture for every bullet, but I will try to find the most important pictures that will help get my point across. Also, the pictures make this look nicer and more creative. Lastly, you're going to see Mr. Volkman talking, usually down in this corner, sometimes up here. Now that we know what a flipped lesson or flipped video looks like, let's talk about what actually a student will do during this video. First off, simply, they're going to watch the video and listen to what Mr. Volkman's saying. Next, students need to be prepared to pause the video so they can write down any notes, but also pause it so they can think about what I'm saying to them. I will explain multiple times throughout the year that these flipped videos or flipped lessons are not for entertainment, they're for education. And as such, they need to be prepared to think about what they're hearing. Here's a great example. Parents or students, when you're at home and watching a movie, such as, Finding Dory, do you ever find yourself pausing the movie at a key point and talking to those around you about big activities that were going on to help you really understand the complex motives behind Dory's actions? No. Most parents and most people watching videos don't do that. However, in a flipped video, you need to be prepared to do that. Also, there will be times where I'm going to ask the student a question, such as, what do you think about how Andrew Jackson dealt with the Native Americans? At that moment, I want the student to pause the video. I want them to think about that, and even jot some notes down in their notebook. Finally, students are going to answer 3 to 4 post-video questions. These questions are extremely important for me because they allow me to see if a student understood the video or not. Also, a flipped video lets a student re-watch my short little mini lecture to help them answer these questions. Now that you know a little bit more about how a flipped video or flipped lesson works, you may be wondering, Mr. Volkman, why are you doing this? Well, there are 4 reasons why I'm doing this. First, with using a flipped classroom model, I am able to meet multiple needs of different students. Those 3 or 4 questions that students have to answer when they're done watching the video the night before my class, I read all those questions. Through those questions, I am able to see what students understand the material and who do not. I then work with those students the following day before they do anything else in class. So I am immediately working with the kids who need the help. The students who don't, they're able to continue on with whatever's written on my whiteboard on the schedule. Then throughout the day, there'll be other assessments that students are taking, so I can continue to check to make sure that students are understanding what I need them to learn. The students who get it then are able to continue on and to start applying the knowledge that they have received. Also, a flipped classroom allows me to give my students more activity time, meaning they're able to do more hands-on activities such as working on a class project, which normally is given at the end of a chapter or unit, but in my classroom, it's given at the very beginning. And they have that time because they're watching my lectures before they come into my class. Tied with these projects is the ability for students just to apply their knowledge that they've learned. Instead of listening to me drone on or having a class conversation where only maybe 25% of my students are in that conversation, they're able to work hands-on with the material through this class project or talking with another student next to them. Lastly, by doing a flipped classroom, I'm cutting down on homework. Instead of sending students home to read like 2 to 3 pages, take notes, answer 5 questions, which easily could take 30 to 40 minutes, students are watching videos that range anywhere from 6 or 9 minutes to maybe 12 to 15, depending on the content. And that's my hope, is to cut down on the homework load. Now, there's one final thing that I need to discuss and talk about, and I'm going to type it while I say it. Very important with the flipped classroom model. Students need to do the following. You have to watch the flipped lessons. If you come into my class without watching the flipped lessons, my flipped classroom model doesn't work as effectively for you. So if you're a student who doesn't do homework, you need to change that. I'm doing this classroom model to help you. Take it from me. You can even ask the freshmen right now who I had last year. If you do watch the videos, my class is very smooth and you will learn. And you'll be surprised at what you learn and what you can do. Thank you for watching this flip video. Parents, hopefully this has given you a basic understanding of how my history class is going to be run this year. Students, I'm excited to start this journey with you. I am very excited and passionate about what I teach. Thank you, and have a great rest of your day.